G'day to everyone out there in Harley-Davidson land. This is an 88 Cube Heritage. It's 2003. The motor had done 287,000 kilometres and one of the balance shaft bearings gave up, wrecked a bit of casting. I didn't know what to do, what was going to be most cost-effective things, but I found this motor, brand new motor, and I wanted to put it in. It's a 96 Cube motor. So what this is about is how to convert your 88 to a 96. Yeah, so that's it, just had a brain fade. But anyway, what I want to do, I want to tell you how to do it. But before I do, I want to show you Giacomo. Hey, Giacomo! Giacomo is from Italy. He's a legend. But anyway, I'm showing you the pool table. Look, and there's a bike show thing. This is it. So anyway, here we go. What you've got is that does an 88 convert? I'll say that again. Hang on, take two. And action. Does a 96 fit in an 88? Yes, it does. It fits straight in. But with a 96, you have to couple it with a 96 six-speed gearbox. I'm going to show you why. And what it is I've got to go around the other side, mate. What it is on this 88, if you look at this side where the gearbox connects to the engine, it's flat. Okay, it's just a straight sort of seam. The connecting bolts holes are in there. But if you look at the other side, you've got a protruding lug that comes out. See, I've got my hand around it there. Well, on the 96, both sides have those protruding lugs. So there's one there, there's one there, and on the other side it's the same. I've got the primer and you can't see it. So you can't just change the motor, you've got to change the gearbox as well. But hey, you get a 6-speed, so it's got to be better because, you know, you can do 150 kilometres an hour in idle and lose your licence even quicker. So that's always good. But anyway, back to the business is that what you've got here is you've got the two welded lugs on your frame. Oh, by the way, this is a B motor, this is a softail motor. This is only to do with a softail B motor, a balance motor. What you've got is you've got these two welded lugs on your frame with slotted holes and two shafts that go through the casting on your engine cases. The engine cases from a 96, so a Harley tech told me, was that the 96, the bores are slightly bigger, so the bored holes are slightly bigger. I'm not sure about that. I always thought they were the same. But the actual casting is the same. So as far as the two halves, they would have a different part number for a 96 and a different part number for an 88, but they're the same castings, just with bigger bored holes so your cylinders can fit in them. But these bolts that run through your casting, they have spacers. Now those spacers are the same on a 96 and a 98 and an 88. And what I mean is they're the same part number. So that indicates that the cases are the same and they fit in the same. They fit in the 88 frame. Now, what I'm trying to, what you've got to do with this, with putting a motor and a gearbox in, is you've got to have what they call a drive line in line with the central axis of your bike. So forget about the front end because that can sort of turn, but through your frame, if you were to cut a knife straight through the centre, well, your motor should be run straight through your drive line. Your motor shouldn't be twisted like that, and it shouldn't be twisted like that, because then you've actually got to twist your wheel so that the pulley runs parallel to your axis of your transmission. I'll show you that on the other side. So these your crankshaft and your transmission axis or axles, the axis of those, the centre line through them, they're parallel. Well, it's easy to make your wheel parallel, but unless you've got the whole lot straight in your bike, you'll crab down the road. I'll give you that, Giacomo. Just hold this, mate. And what I mean is by my hands, if you look at my hands, now show 'em my hands, bro.
Yeah.
Is that you want them straight. You don't want the back to tilt like that. Say you're running down the road like that. It'd be great cornering that way, but you wouldn't corner that way. I want to climb over. What you want to do is make sure that the axis of the motor is straight with the frame and the back wheel is straight with it as well. So that's all I'm trying to show you today. And this is how you do it. This shaft that runs through the swing arm, your frame and your swing arm, and through this boss that's part of your back of your gearbox, there's 2 spaces in there. They come factory standard, and they're approximately 45 millimetres. Anyone who's watching in America, this is we're metric over here, but they're approximately 45 millimetres, and they're too long. So what they need to be is cut down to be 40.15, and they'll slip in there, and they'll slip in, and then you won't have to do the old thing that if it doesn't fit, force it. And what that will do is, because you've got the front located with these, like down there, hold on, you've got that spacer there, the front locates with a spacer, it comes hard up against that lug, this stupid belt, it comes hard up against that lug and it goes against that spacer. So that's pretty easy to get in line. But when you turn these bushes down, it will line the back up. Either way, it will be straight down your axis. How I've done this, I'm a fitter machinist, by the way, so this is right up my alley doing this sort of stuff, is I've put a straight edge off your primary at the front and at the back. I've used a depth gauge and I've measured to the frame. There's the frame there. Just show this down here, mate. What's that? It's my finger. Bit of a freak out. I'm only going to use a rule here, but I've put that there. I've looked at the measurement and gone, yeah, that's it down there. But I've used a vernier caliper. I haven't been so careless as to do it. That's why I can say this with confidence. You need to turn these bushes to 40.15 millimetres. They'll slip in nicely. They're size for size, and that will bring your drive line parallel to the axis of your bike. You'll be able to do this conversion. That's really all there is. I'm stoked.